Hey everybody, and I just came from Calgary Folk Festival and it's been a lot of fun. So I was able to catch a show yesterday with a new friend, met up with some other friends that I happened to run into last night, and today I went by myself and ran into a volunteer friend that will be volunteering, and a few new friends, and lots of friendly faces and lots of beautiful music. I got to dance, I got to sit in the shade and listen and be a part of the adventure. Wasn't sure if I was gonna go there today, happened to go there, didn't regret it. Got some free vegan ice cream for being a volunteer, and free meal every day, and a free volunteer after party for me, and can bring a girlfriend with me if someone wants to come for 20. The after party tomorrow and Sunday night is for volunteers only, and they can bring one friend, and there's going to be some of the bands there. And so there were hundreds of people coming into the festival. The weather was warm, the weather was a bit sunny, and so taking some time in the shade was nice. I had a beautiful chickpea meal with some London Fog iced tea. And yeah, so last night the band I got to catch was Monsters and Men a little bit, and then there was another band that I especially loved that was kind of like tribal electronic music with hand drums, and so that was really exciting. And it's just really nice to see the community coming together in this way and just really celebrating life and coming out to be a part of the party. And yeah, it was pretty chill, pretty chill. It's a lot different vibe than the Stampede, that's for sure. And yeah, I was out in Princess Island Park, so beautiful nature, down by the river, and the music was loud, and people were dancing. And I caught this act today. These people were from Japan, but the people in the band were from different places, and they were all dressed up. They looked like psychedelic aliens, with like things on their head and painted faces and just beautiful costumes that were made. I wondered who made all these costumes for them and who the makeup artists were, because it was spectacular. And I don't think I heard a single English word in any of the songs, which was super fun. And people loved it. And there was kids, there was families, there were friends getting together, there was new friends getting together. And yeah, and then Monsters and Men, that was very interesting. And then on my way out I caught another folk band, and then what was super fun was a group of musicians were taking turns to sing their own songs and jamming to each other's songs. And I noticed a very common theme in the lyrics about rising up and taking our power back and stepping away from society norms to create our own beautiful life, and being a part of the rising up and taking our power back in celebration. And so music is a storytelling tool, and so people use it to tell their stories and to share their stories with the world. And when people come together to feel the music, it is very, very fun. And so I'm gonna be volunteering tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and Luna came over to say hi to you guys, Miss Luna. And so just got home, just about to walk her, and yeah, gonna share the love and the peace and the joy I experienced at the festival and take that back into our lives and be able to remember to celebrate. And we can put music in our earbuds, our headphones, our homes, our playlists, and keep the music alive and choose music that helps uplift us. It helps us to feel joy and peace. That's what music is for. And some of the music was very heavy metal, some of it was very light, some of it was hip hop, some of it was folk. And I find these experiences inspiring to write my own lyrics and my own poetry. And so I wrote a blog on Facebook about the experience, because I learned that it's good to come and enjoy other people's art. It's good to dance to their music. It's good to sing along. And it's also good to find our own creative path too and contribute to the celebration in some way. You know, some people do it through nature and gardening, some people do it through cooking, some people do it through teaching or healing or making poetry or jamming out or picking up a guitar, singing along to a song, or whatever it is our creative hobbies are. I made this tie-dye shirt. Like, there's so many creative ways to be creative in this life, and every time that we are creative or we join someone's creative project or event, we're birthing something new that never was here before, and we're elevating the human consciousness. And so people love to get together. They love to get together and celebrate the music. They love to get together and elevate the joy. They love to get together over shared messages and food and celebration and stuff. So very, very beautiful way to spend a weekend and to remember that we are here for joy, we're here for peace, we are here for each other. We are here to celebrate that life is a spectacular gift, that life is a miracle, and the music reminds us that. And it reminds us that we are free. We are free to be ourselves, we are free to love, we are free to celebrate, we are free to feel joy, and we don't have to feel guilty about taking time to feel joy. In fact, we should be proud of that, because that's like putting our own oxygen masks on, so that when we go support a loved one, we go support a family, we remember that that inner peace and joy exists within them too. And when we come together and we co-regulate, that's where one person's in an elevated state, the person next to them will sync up with them, and they too can raise other people's elevations just by being in your own elevation. And when we have spaces where we can do that collectively, we're not just doing it there, we're not just doing it in the park, we're doing it around the world. And so don't ever doubt the power and the beauty of a concert, the power and the beauty of a festival. My parents met at a concert. Music has been a huge part of my life, and that's how we were birthed into this world, was when they came together, and then they later had us. And I grew up on music. My parents aren't together anymore, and that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, we grew up going to concerts, we grew up with the Spice Girls and being kids and just so excited to hear the music we would create. So, like, dances to the songs, we would sing along, we would take music class in school, we would, go to Goo Goo Dolls and Our Lady Peace and Backstreet Boys was my first concert, Tragically Hip, 5440, all of these different bands I've seen over my life, and the memory, it really just sticks with us forever. Like, I can still remember my first concert. I can still remember dancing, winning front row tickets to, it was Our Lady Peace or Goo Goo Dolls, I forget which one we had front row, and running into George Stroumboulopoulos, who kissed me on the cheek, and I still have a picture of that. And yeah, people just get up and dancing, and you just, like, you can't stand still. If you know the songs, you're just gonna sing along. And so just remember that, we've used music as a sacred tool of healing since the ancient days. And really, it really, you can put music on at home and start dancing. You can put headphones on a bus and just tune out the world and tune into, like, your own little world that you create, And I just can't believe, like, how blessed we are to be here. Like, that's just a miracle. And it's 2026, and humans have evolved in so many ways, and technology and new instruments and new music, and yeah, it's so primal, it's so ancient too. It's like, this is just a tool for healing that we've been used for years and years, and passed down, and songs that we've passed down, and traditions that we've passed down, and people are getting all dressed up in beautiful colors and flowy dresses, and just, taking their shoes off and dancing on the ground, and just really to come together. And, like, I would go up to a total stranger at the festival, no problem, and just start having a conversation with them. And that's just what happens in these spaces. It's like, we're we're bringing the walls down, we're bringing down the separation, we're bringing down the division, we're coming together. And I just say, it doesn't matter what skin color you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are or what race you are welcome here. Come on down, come celebrate, come share the love, come be a part of the party. No matter who you are, if you think you can't dance and you want to start dancing, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to love on you and say, hey, you look beautiful. Those are some good moves. Because I remember when I first started dancing and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, oh my God, but it was fun and it was healing. Of course, I do it in a much more sacred, conscious way these days than when I first started to party. But even then, it was his own little journey. You know, back then I'd be dropping mushrooms and acid at parties and smoking weed and stuff. And now I do it as a sober person, and I do enjoy that, and I love being sober at these parties, and it's no judgment on people that do those things, you know, if it's a medicine for them, as it was for me all those times back then. And yeah, I just kind of learned like to be in my own groove, getting high on life and high on the music and the vibes, and yeah, just such a gift. And so yeah, there's festivals all over Calgary. Even if you can't afford one, you can volunteer to get in free. You could go to any of the free festivals. There's so many. There's the Latin Festival. There's free concerts at Heritage Park on Wednesdays. There was free concerts in South Glenmore Park, a reggae festival a couple weeks ago. Reggae Fest is coming up in Calgary. They're still looking for volunteers. Get in free. You know, there's Friday night drum circles in Inglewood with YYC drums. There's so many. There's the Fringe Festival. There's the Lilac Festival. There's the, oh my goodness, I can't even name them all. And if you guys are wondering what happened to Olympic Plaza, you know, where they used to have free concerts outside and skating, well, they're actually renovating a giant amphitheater, because Calgary wants to bring more music, more creativity, more celebration, more coming together. And that's really what the future is. The future is a time of celebration and coming together and living creatively and telling stories and recreating the human experience together. You know, music is a universal language of love. You know, anybody can go to a concert, doesn't matter what language they're singing, and they understand the message and the vibe just by their intuition, just by feeling it. And you know, your body knows what it needs. Your body loves the music and just automatically starts dancing and moving. It just moves through you. Okay, time for a walk? Okay, that's all. Love you all. Take care. Bye.